Hello there guys, and welcome to your Linux tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to talk about links. Okay, so we are just going to introduce the concept of links. Alright, so let me just write it down somewhere here. So we are going to talk about links. Okay, so this is supposed to be an S. Okay, not linkos but links. Okay, so what are links? So I think we also discussed links when we talked about file systems, partitions, and how do they relate to each other. And basically, links are just pointers to files. Okay, you can think of links as pointers to files. So if this is the database, and it's usually represented somehow like this, so like this, right? And then it has like these circles. Okay, so this is like the database. And so when you're looking for a file, as we already discussed in the previous tutorial when discussing inodes and when discussing partitions, etc., we said that, okay, if you have some database entry which tells you about a file, and you consult the database and say, okay, I would like to understand where can I find this file, then the database entry actually, and let's actually just kind of focus on, for example, this chunk of database right here. And so basically, let's say that it has an entry which says, okay, if you want to look for a file, whatever, you can look for it here. Okay. And basically here is a location in a big file pool. So this entire box is what we call file pool. And it's pointing to a particular location in the file pool. Okay, so this is just a link. Okay, so link is again a pointer to a file or a directory. Okay, so basically this is what a link is all about. And if we actually want to look at the number of links, we can do that with LSL, okay? And the second column right here actually tells us the number of links. Now there are multiple kinds of links, and we are going to discuss that very soon. However, this is actually the link number. So because what can happen? What can happen is the following. You can have a database, and for example, you can have a database entry which says, okay, that file is here. But you can also have another database entry which also says, okay, that file is also here. And why would you have two database entries which relate to the same files? Well, let's imagine that, for example, you are searching for a particular directory. Okay, so let's say that you're not looking at a file, but you're looking at a directory. So that directory for itself is going to have its database entry. However, its parent directory is also going to have an entry for that directory, right? So if you have a directory within a directory, the directory you are looking for itself will have an entry in this database, which is the file system database, okay? But also the directory, which is its parent directory, is also going to point to this directory, right? And because it points to this directory, it's not actually pointing to this data structure right here, but it's actually pointing to this directory right here, okay? And again, it's a clarification we are going to touch upon in the next tutorial. But basically, links are just pointers to files, and there can exist multiple pointers to files, because not only does the corresponding file or a directory entry for that particular file or a directory contain a pointer to the actual file in the file pool, but also other files or directories, which is, for example, the parent directory or some other things, can contain a pointer which points to a particular location in the file pool. Okay, so this is pretty much it what I wanted to say. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you very soon.